It's Lifestyle Tuesday right here on your number one sports website in Ghana, allsports.com.gh. And Lifestyle Tuesday today brings you Kokui Selormey, host of This Morning on Viasat 1. Nana Afrani Asante is my name, and we are here to talk sports.
I do love sports. I really do love sports. I mean, I might not look like someone who loves sports, but I do love sports. It's a tough question. I suppose I could say for as long as I can remember, from childhood, you get involved in one sport or the other as a child. And when I was younger, much younger, I was a sprinter. So I loved athletics. I've always loved athletics. And I've always loved football. But I played football before. I was a defender.
Oh, really?
For my primary school. Primary school. My favorite local team in Ghana is Accra Hearts of Oak. Phobia fan, man. Okay, I say was, I'm joking. I should say is, present tense. Loyalty, when it comes to football, you have to be loyal. I mean, even if your team gets relegated 5 times, you still have to support them. In the Barclays English Premier League, I mean, there's only one team worth supporting, and that would be Arsenal.
Oh, really?
So yes, I'm an Arsenal supporter. I support Arsenal. So, yes, and I stand by my support of Arsenal. That is a loaded question. Do I believe in Arsene Wenger? I believe that Arsene Wenger has done great things for Arsenal Football Club. I believe Arsene Wenger has brought some of the best talent the Premier League has ever seen. He's brought Thierry Henry there. He brought Dennis Bergkamp there. He's had the Invincibles team, a team that went even more than a whole season unbeaten. How many managers have done that? Sir Alex Ferguson didn't do that.
That was him.
Excuse me, Sir Alex Ferguson never even achieved that in 26 years at Manchester United. I think Ghana, like any other team in the World Cup, has a chance of winning it. Any team could win the world. There are, of course, teams that are favorites, teams that are on the tips of everyone's lips, teams like Germany, Spain, Portugal, the Netherlands, the usual suspects. But let's not get it twisted. Football, a lot of times, is a game of luck. And it could so happen that we will exceed people's expectations. Of course, when you look at the realities on the ground, no, we don't have a Cristiano Ronaldo on our team. We don't have Lionel Messi on our team. We don't have a Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who isn't going to the World Cup. I love Zlatan, by the way. But I think we have as good a chance as anybody else. We probably would need a bit of luck on our side, though. Do you know what? Very interesting question here. What do you say? All for different reasons, they could all be the number one choice for Ghana in goal. Do you know what? Okay, if you're talking about who I want to see in goal, like eyes, obvious choice. Look at the 3 people. Who is more visually appealing? Do I even have to answer that? No. Okay. But as far as skill and who is more likely to protect the goal, you're probably going to laugh at my answer, or you probably think I'm crazy for saying this. Actually, Olele has been there, man. You guys might think he's old. You guys might think his firstborn is probably my age. But he's been there. He has experience, okay? 2 World Cups. And listen, when it comes to acrobatic saves and amazing, like somersaulting and catching the ball with one hand, Olele is a specialist. When it comes to deciding in a moment of tension what to do with the ball, probably not the best decision maker we've had. Look, my money is on Olele. He has the experience, he has the maturity, and let's face it, we all love him. He's a national hero. So let's support Olele and go. But again, the visually appealing aspect, that goes without saying. I mean, we all know who is the best looking one out of country. They already play football, believe it or not. My 3-year-old goes for football training at Master Desai's football camp. And you see 3 is young, but he started before he was even 2. And he's very strong. He was an early walker. Both of them were. They walked well before they were 1. So they have strong legs, and they put them to good use. So now the 3-year-old is teaching my 1-year-old how to kick a ball, and they already show signs of having some proficiency there. So I'm not counting my multi-million-dollar pounds yet, but we've got future black stars in there. But yeah, my son's already playing football, and it's great. It's great for team building. Teaching them how to play with other children, teaching them discipline. We have a coach who's very dedicated, even at that young age, teaches them about following instructions and being respectful and things of that nature. So there's other life skills that are built into that. So yeah, it's a no. My 1-year-old is kind of stocky, very strong boy. I see him as a good defender. Yeah, because I don't know if you have the speed to be an efficient striker or to be a killer midfielder like a Yaya Toure. Because they're both tall, so they could have a Didier Drogba. They could be a nightmare for defenders because they're so strong. They're very versatile players. Okay, I'm going to change my answer. They could play that kind of Yaya Toure. Strong, big in the center there. Yeah, I think we've got the future Ghanaian Yaya Toures running around my house. Thanks. When I go home, I'll do some checking on the skills, make sure they've got the skills to back up the power.
So that was Kokui Selormey, host of This Morning on Viasat 1 TV, talking sports on allsports.com.gh. And I believe you enjoyed every bit of this interview. So keep your eyes right here on your #1 sports website in Ghana, allsports.com.gh.